Thank you for joining us again. This is News Now, reaching you live from our studios here in Lagos, Nigeria. And now as Nigeria joins the United Nations General Assembly and the rest of the world to mark World Environment Day, which is celebrated on June 5th every year since 1972. The essence of this day is to educate people about the threat to environment and encourage them to strike a balance between development and environment. This day marked the opening of the United Nations Conference on the Human Environment, which was held in Stockholm, Sweden, that also led to the establishment of the United Nations Environment Program in Nairobi, Kenya. In this commentary, Omolara Adebayo notes the importance of marking this day.
More than 430 million tons of plastic is produced every year worldwide, half of which is designed to be used only once. Of that, less than 10% is recycled. An estimated 19 to 23 million tons ends up in lakes, rivers, and seas annually. According to the United Nations, the celebration of this day provides us with the opportunity to broaden the basis of an enlightened opinion and responsible conduct by individuals, enterprises, and communities in preserving and enhancing the environment. Typical customs and activities during World Environment Day in Nigeria include tree planting exercises, cleanup campaigns, recycling drives, educational workshops, and seminars dedicated to environmental issues. Schools, non-governmental organizations, and government agencies active engagement in awareness campaigns, discussions, and practical demonstrations aimed at promoting environmental conservation. Focus initiatives are carried out across the country with the shared goal of bettering both local and global environmental conditions, as they understand and acknowledge the interconnectivity of the world's ecosystem. By participating in World Environment Day, Nigeria continues to demonstrate its commitment to the cause of environmental preservation, while
Away from there now, residents of Enugu State have ignored the state government's directives on the Monday compulsory sit-at-home order issued by the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, as roads, schools, banks, markets, and other public places were completely deserted. The state governor, Peter Mba, had on June 1st declared no more sit-at-home in Enugu effective Monday, June 5th, asking individuals and corporate organizations to ensure full-scale business activities in the state. Mba stated that his government would be ready to dialogue with those who have genuine grievances to foster lasting peace and security in the state, adding that the order dwindles creativity and productivity of the people. It is not uncommon for residents in the state to wake up to stories of the untimely death of some who disobey the unauthorized sit-at-home order, but it is, however, not clear if commercial activities will pick up before the close of the day. The governor's ban on the sit-at-home order came last Thursday with a call on President Bola Tinubu to release IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu. And in the meantime, the People's Democratic Party has called on President Bola Tinubu and Vice President Kashim Shettima to take a cue from the late President Umaru Yar'Adua by publicly declaring their asset as a demonstration of their determination to lead by example. The party, in a statement on Sunday by its National Publicity Secretary, Debo Ologunagba, said it was not enough for the President and the Vice President to fill out the forms and return the same to the Code of Conduct Bureau just to fulfill the requirements of the law. Although the PDP is challenging the declaration of Tinubu as winner of the February 25 presidential poll, Ologunagba urged both men to show the world that they are indeed different. Disagreeing with him, the spokesman for the dissolved APC presidential campaign, Council Festus Keyamo, kicked against the agitation for the president to publicly declare his asset. Keyamo, a senior advocate of Nigeria, said the public declaration of assets is not a legal requirement, but just a matter of moral choice. Governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, has reassured residents that his second term will focus more on all-inclusive government. The governor restated his commitment to ensuring that no one is left behind, and the governance structure with the human-centric themes plus agenda, saying that both soft and hard infrastructure will receive adequate attention. Sanwo-Olu spoke on Sunday at the second term inauguration Thanksgiving service held for him and his deputy Obafemi Hamzat at the Cathedral Church of Christ, Medina, Lagos. He said the Thanksgiving service is important to acknowledge God's help to individuals, Lagos State, and Nigeria, as well as committing the second term of his administration into God's hand. In his sermon on unity, catalyst for godly responsibility and possibilities, Very Reverend Adebola Ojo Faitimi urged the people to remain united to help build a vibrant state and country. The Oyo State Police Command has declared a former chairman of the State Disciplinary Committee for the Park Management System, Mukaila Lamidi, wanted. The State Police Public Relations Officer Dewale Osifeso, at a press brief in Ibadan, said Lamidi is wanted for alleged armed robbery, gun running, illegal possession of firearms, and kidnapping, amongst other crimes. Our correspondent Ibuja Korea has details.
Briefing newsmen at the state headquarters of the police command in Ibadan during a parade of suspects, the police public relations officer Adewale Osifeso assured residents of adequate security while calling on them to continue to partner with the police to achieve a more secured state.
It reiterated the command's commitment to deal decisively with any act of hooliganism, criminal rascality, and blatant disregard for the rule of law. The CP assures residents to go about their lawful duties without any form of harassment or molestation from criminal elements.
The police image maker also told journalists that after a midnight raid on the Olodo residence of the former chairman, disciplinary committee for the Oyo State Park Management System, several illegal firearms and accessories were recovered. He also alleged that the past few days had witnessed recurring clashes amongst different factions of the Transport Workers Union, purportedly orchestrated by Lamidi. Osifeso said the items recovered include 2 submachine guns, 70 rounds of AK-47 ammunition, over 400 brand new cutlasses, assorted firearms, and other dangerous items.
Raided the Diamond Hotel location of the sacked chieftain of the Oyo State Park Management System, Alhaji Mukaila Lamidi Auxiliary. One of the 78 suspects apprehended in that raid, one Ismail Abiodun, male, 39, who has particularly been on the command intelligence watch list for sales and distribution of drugs, was cited in possession of loads of banned substances suspected to be hard drugs during the raid. He has since voluntarily confessed to the crime and identified his distribution network with huge clientele base.
Adewale Osifeso said in the latest sting operation of the command, the dragnet of the police also caught a young man with substances suspected to be hard drugs worth millions of naira.
Now, the Nigeria Labour Congress has announced a planned strike for Wednesday over the decision of the federal government to remove the subsidy on petrol, which has seen a rise in the pump price of the commodity and the attendant rise in prices of other goods and services. Our correspondent Tomolara Adebayo spoke with some Nigerians on the development and brings us this report.
In conversations, many responded back to planned action, with many saying they will join the planned protest if it will hold.
They should go on strike because the price of the fuel is much.
I will welcome it too, because if people can strike so that our government will know that we dey serious about this thing, you understand? Because if you don't go strike now, they will don't know what they do for us. So you know good, because the way everything is going to for this country now is not good at all. Everybody is tired. Maybe you see us here now, you don't see passenger, nobody come outside because there is no money.
In the same vein, some hope something will be done to cushion the effect of the removal of subsidies on the impoverished Nigerian.
Well, let the government and the NLS let them come together and come out with a cogent solution for the nation. We are not ready to sell our future. We are not ready to sell the future of our children, and we are ready to sacrifice if need be. If we have to sacrifice, then let us sacrifice, but it has to be reasonable.
No. Now, I'm not happy. I'm not happy at all. I'm buying fuel 500 naira per liter. I'm not happy at all. Now, I'm not working for beggar this morning. I don't do anything. See all of us here. They are sleeping. They are sitting down.
While some transporters responded swiftly with fare hikes in the Agege area of Lagos, many public transport service providers have been unable to refuel their vehicles, leaving several intending passengers stranded.
The price is too much, so we are pleading to government that should help us to bring the price down. The 500 naira is too much, and you can see that people are not coming outside because of the price.
Omlara Adebayo, reporting for iBrandTV News.